Hi, and welcome back to another rambling session. Yeah, I don't never know how to start these off. This is weird and awkward at times. I guess that's just me and my nature and how I am. But yeah, welcome back. It's Friday, man. Made it to the week. That's pretty good. So I'm inside today because we got home late, so I didn't get to go outside and do something out there. It's been a nice day, and so it would have been really good to get outside, but wasn't able to do that today. So, but yeah, I was pretty busy today. I just took care of some stuff. Got to meet with my aunt for lunch today, so that was pretty good. Went to Lowe's and bought some more plants. I got me 2 tomato plants, and so that's cool. I can't remember what they're called. Something boy, good boy, old boy, or something like that. I don't. I've never heard of that variety before. I just thought there was like tomato, cherry tomato, color good, but there was like several different varieties there. So I went to Lowe's. That's where I normally get all most of my stuff, anyways. But yeah, so I was pretty busy. Did that this morning. Had lunch with my aunt. I came home and then mowed the yard because it was pretty rough looking out there. Grass was about calf high, getting about in certain places, because certain places in my yard it grows different. It grows higher than other places. So did that today. worked on the garden. I got a gate because I got to put a gate on the fence there instead of I just step over. For now it's fine, but when I need to get in there with the wheelbarrow or the tiller or whatever, I'm gonna need a gate. I have a way to open it because I just got it pinned right now, some clips, but it's just kind of janky and I need to fix it, and I got a couple of posts sticking too far out, and I'm gonna fix all that and make it look better and put this gate up, make it look I hope it works the way I'm gonna set it up. So I got the gate built today, did that, and then I finished putting up the shelf rack, or the whatever those are called that the board sits on, whatever those, they're like hangers or whatever that mount onto the wall. I did that today. Just stayed pretty busy all afternoon, really. And so that took me until, was it 5 o'clock to do all that, mowing the yard, and did some weed eating, just stuff that needed to be done because tomorrow is going to be kind of a busy day. So I'm trying not to do too much tomorrow, because we're gonna have we got a luncheon with her sister, because it's her birthday is tomorrow. So we're gonna go try to celebrate with her for lunch, and then after that we got outreach, so we're gonna go do that tomorrow afternoon, and then probably get home about hopefully around 3:30 or so, and just kind of take it easy. Might do some junk in my throat from dinner, and so that's kind of basically what's going on. This was kind of a rough week for me for work. It was tiring. It was just hard, and Monday was my birthday, so sorry, this stuff is trying to come up, but yeah, Monday was my birthday, man. It wasn't a really good birthday because I was at work, and it was just tiring and just wearing me out, and just, I mean, we did go out to eat for my birthday and kind of celebrate it that way, but the day was just not a good day. And I guess it's just the way I'm looking at it, the point of view I'm looking at it. Instead of looking at it the right way, I'm looking at it from the worldly aspect of it, instead of looking at it from the way the Lord would have me look at it. And I'm still struggling with that, I guess, to see what He'll have me to see, I guess. And it's just hard sometimes being here, I guess. But we did go out to eat, so that was nice. That was a good part of the day, going out to eat, and they gave me a free dessert, so that was cool, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, we had a good waitress. She was really good. Took really good care of us. So gave me a free drink too, man. That was kind of interesting. Had like it was a lemonade, raspberry lemonade. I kind of wanted to try it, but then she said it could give you a sugar rush, I guess, because there's too much sugar in there. So I was like, I'm gonna pass. Stick with the water. But she ended up giving me one anyways for free, and I was like, oh wow, that was cool. And not just like a little cup, she gave me a regular size to-go cup, and I was kind of like, all right. So that was cool. I mean, that was probably the highlight of the day right there. And then just, yeah, trying to take care of business and just make sure the garden is going. Not really interesting. Well, okay. We're doing that remodel, and we're waiting on the vanity to come in, and it was supposed to come the 20th. So I was like, all right, no big deal. Well, then they said it was going to deliver it Wednesday, and it just became this whole ordeal. Going to send it, not going to send it, and then we're going to send it on an 18-wheeler. I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. And so the truck driver, called my wife and, was talking to her about it. Says, I mean, I don't think I can deliver. He's like, no, you can't deliver that here in this. There's no way for him to get out. Well, he can't even get in. Now that 18-wheeler, this is a dead end road that we live on. So there's no way. And that was just interesting. So she battled with that for like 2 days. The cool part is, since they're being kind of stubborn about delivering it now, she got a hold of corporate and got a hold of some people and worked some stuff out. Now they gave us 50% off on this thing because it was an expensive vanity, but they knocked half off. So that's great, plus a $100 gift card. I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know what my wife had to do to get all that. But golly, man, that's kind of crazy. It must have been a bigger ordeal than just the delivering it. It was just kind of odd and strange the way they wanted to do it. It doesn't make any sense, because we bought some stuff we got it from Home Depot, and we've had some stuff. We bought some tile a couple of years ago to go in the guest bathroom, and they brought it on a regular truck. I mean, they wouldn't bring it and sit on the porch. My wife and her sister had to do that, but I mean, it was just a regular box van truck or whatever. It wasn't an 18-wheeler, so I don't know why they would try to deliver that and an 18-wheeler. I mean, the vanity ain't that big. I mean, it's a bigger size, but still, though, that's kind of crazy. But anyway, she took care of it, got it all worked out. I guess that was interesting. That was Thursday. Thursday? Yeah, that was Thursday. So she's like updating me all day long about how it was going on, and so I was just kind of like, wow. I mean, she got they took half off, so that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. So that was kind of a good little blessing there, because it was just really expensive, and so now we can take that money and do whatever else what we need to do, So that's good. Other than that, not a whole lot. Just work Wednesday was terrible. It was pouring down rain, storming, and that was a hard day. That really wore me out. And by the time I got home, I was spent. I had no energy to do anything. I came home and basically just took a shower and just crashed out. And just got up long enough to eat and then just lay back down again. I had no more go. My go was spent. It was gone. So that was Satan doing that on purpose, because he knew he couldn't get me over in this area, so he would do something here to get me. I feel bad for it, but I mean, I couldn't go no more. I was done. And I don't like days like that. And it's always on a Wednesday. It seems like, when he tries to, intervene. But anyways, made it through yesterday, what is today? Today's Friday. Sorry, I keep forgetting it's just weird being off on Fridays, as I think it's a Saturday and it's not. So I'm kind of enjoying the time off on Fridays, and then having Friday and Saturday, and then, Sundays you go to church, and where you should go to church. If you don't, you should get in church. Just saying, but that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, opinions don't matter. It's what God says. But yeah, that's kind of nice. I know probably here in the next, couple of months, maybe a month, that's probably going to change, because I found out the other day that the company that I work for is getting their stuff together and finally, I guess, making a decision on what they want to do. And so there's 3 other companies interested in buying the company. So it looks like by the end of the month, this month, March, we could have a direction in which way they want to go. So, I mean, I guess it's a good thing in a sense, but I don't know how it's going to play out. Of course, my mind is going the business side and kind of negative, I guess, towards some of us employees, because if you look at the business side, they're going to come in and restructure things, and they're going to set it up the way they want to. So for some of us who make a little more, I wouldn't think it's gonna stay, but in that way. But God is good, God is gracious, and He'll provide what we need. And if it's time for me to leave this place, this company, and be closer to home or do something, I have no idea. I really don't know what's going to happen. So it's I'm curious, and my curiosity is always piqued on certain things, which is probably not a good thing, but here we are. But let's see. Trying to think of, I had a thought this week. It was interesting when I got done shooting the video for Tuesday. I had another thought right after that, and I was like, ooh, I almost wanted to come, do something again, but I was trying to save it today. And it was basically my thought was just letting go of things. It's what I've been telling my wife today. That was it today? Yeah, I think it was today. That the problem is with what I'm having is I'm not looking at it from what the Lord is telling me to do, how he would want me to look at it. See, if you would basically, the situation, whatever it may be, I'll just say for my job, for instance, and what's the transition that's going to happen. If I were to take those people out of the equation and put God there, well, then you're not working for them, you're working for God. It's God's company. It's God's pay, it's God's way. And if you go look at it from that direction, it makes all those other thoughts and negativities and all that bad stuff null and void. It doesn't matter. The problem is we're too busy looking at it from the world standard, from a fleshly outlook, and so it just makes it hard to do these things. Sometimes work, you just don't want to do certain things because you don't think you should have to, because it goes too far, I guess. You feel like sometimes maybe you are getting abused, and sometimes you're just lazy and don't want to do nothing. But if we stop looking at it from the worldly standpoint, the fleshly view, and start looking at that's God, and not this way, you would think it would null and void all those thoughts and that evil and wickedness. But I'm having a hard time letting go, basically, of that. And I guess it boils down to just a lot of what people do is we tend to hold on to things, and we can't seem to let them go. And so I guess it's difficult, because if we look at it in that mindset and look towards the Lord, then all that levels out, and it should be easy, because none of that matters, because God's got it. You're working for God, so that's great. But we tend to want to hold on to the things here, and I don't know, for me it's just difficult, and I know that, and He's kind of letting me know to let go. So that's just kind of what I was thinking about right after I got off of that video of of the last rambling session about making choices. And the problem is we have a hard time making those choices because we're too busy holding on to these things here and not choosing the Lord, and we're trying to hold on to this. The chains have been broken. We've been bound and chained to sin. Well, when Jesus, when He died on the cross for us, and we accepted Him, well, those chains were broken. We're loose and we're free. But we've been doing things for so long, we get comfortable with those chains, and it's hard to let go, because now you're just like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, they're off, and you should be like, I'm grateful. And some things are that way. Those chains come off, and you're like, I'm free. And now you can do that. But there's some things that you're just, I guess, comfortable, and it's hard to let go of that. So it's hard to move forward. And if we would let go of that and just look at the Lord, you work for Him, no matter what it is. I don't care if it's you're at home taking care of the house, or if you're in a business being whatever, whatever your job is. If you stop looking at the world and start looking at Him, that He's your boss, it'll make a world of difference. But like I said, it is hard to let go. So that's kind of what my thought was this week. I'm having, me personally, I'm using myself as an example, but just put yourself in that situation. Whatever, if you have issues, some people don't. Some people are just happy as a lark and happy-go-lucky, and nothing really seems to bother them. I'm not that way. I'm trying to work on getting better at that and not letting things bother me sometimes. It's weird. You would think some things that's going to bother me, and it doesn't, and you're just like, oh, that's no big deal. And then you see this little bitty tiny thing over here, and that just seems like to eat at you, and you're just like, you just can't let go of it, and you can't move forward until whatever happens there, and you would think that little thing be nothing, but that's the thing that bothers you more than this big monster thing over here. You look at that and you're like, you know, it's kind of like for us, you know, we go to outreach and we go door knocking, and this in the beginning that's kind of intimidating. It's crazy because you're gonna go knock on some strange person's door. You don't know who's gonna be behind it. You don't know how they're going to respond to you, and you got to talk to them and try to tell them about Jesus, about the gospel. And then it's like, for me, it's like this. It used to be this big gigantic monster, and then now it's like that's nothing. Now these little bitty things tend to get in my way, and it's like you're still holding on to this, whatever this may be. And so, like I said, letting go. So I'm rambling on. I keep repeating myself. I'm gonna move on from that. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go outreach, do the door knocking thing, and hopefully it goes well. And just hope I can let go of myself and just speak and let the Lord lead and guide in that direction. But yeah, I just hope that whoever sees this, that if you're holding on to something, just let it go. You have to let it go. And I know it's difficult, and I know it's hard, and I know it's comfortable. Just let it go, man. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, drop the chains, drop those cuffs, the binds that you've been bound to. Let go. Turn. Something I've been. One more thing. Something I've been reading as I've been reading my Bible. I'm going from right after Daniel all the way to Malachi, and just the whole gist that I'm getting is like, look to the Lord. You know. That's it. Just look to the Lord. Look to God. Turn back to Him. So anyway, so that's it. We're gonna leave it there for right now. Yeah, just pray everything goes well. So as always, until we meet again, peace. Ramble on.